Hi, I'm Ronnie Gunitz, a senior business coach, a global coach. I work a lot with narrative, with storytelling, and some people ask me, what's storytelling being about in business? You know, we're serious guys here, we're in the analytical world. So I'll tell you a story and tell me what you think. It's a true story. About 40 years ago, there was an American CEO, a top guy in an automotive company who had a negotiation with Japan. And negotiation was going very difficult. It wasn't going well. And he flew out to Japan. As Americans often do, he had a very, very busy schedule. Had a week that he actually arranged to be there. And when he got there, this big American CEO, was about 6'3", 2 meters or whatever, and he sat there, and there were 8 Japanese people in blue suits and ties, and he came very casual, and he was sitting around a table, and you know the meeting was going very slowly, you know. And the CEO kind of lost a little bit of concentration. It was after lunch, and he had all these cards in front of him because you know Japanese always have their name cards part of the process of getting to know each other. He learned about that. They gave him a real quick tip before he left wherever he came from. And as he was listening to the Japanese speaking, and by the way, they speak a lot between themselves, in Japanese, which he didn't understand, he inadvertently took one of the cards and started to clean his fingernails with one of the name cards. And suddenly, out of nowhere, he heard someone stand up and bang on the table and said, a Japanese guy, said, "We want an intervention!" And everyone stood up, and the global CEO, the CEO of the didn't know what happened, and they went one by one, they left the room, and the CEO was sitting there, the card in his hand, and as they marched out the door, he looked at the card. It was a name card of the president of the company. Now you know what it's about, right? We all know that the name card of a Japanese person is a very personal thing. You have to respect it. You don't write on it, you don't play with it, and you certainly don't clean your fingernails with it. This guy, this poor CEO of America, didn't know that. But you know what happened after that? It took them 6 months, 6 full months to get the negotiation back on track. People were very, very insulted. And this is a cross-cultural example. It's a story which shows you that you have to know where you're going and how to act. But I think what's important here is not only cross-cultural conclusion, but the story. Because this story, guys, you're not going to forget it. That's what a story does. It gets into your mind, you remember it, it impacts you. It shows you a connection to know-how, which is done in a very completely different way. So remember, the story is powerful. Learn to tell your story, and people will remember much more.